Uh, what's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef. I'm back. Another Wednesday. You know how we do Unscripted Conversation, 7 p.m. We live. Thank you guys for tuning in, coming in, joining me here tonight. I appreciate it 100. So, we got another one again tonight. Let me ask you a question. You ever sit back and think, damn, nobody really told me what this was going to be like? And I'm talking about having kids. Not the pictures, not the baby shower smiles, not the congratulations to both of y'all, yada, yada, yada. I'm talking about the real part. Right? I'm talking about the real part, the part where you're tired, the part where you question yourself, the part where you love your child more than life, but also wonder, damn, was I really ready for this shit? So tonight, I'm not judging. I'm not sugarcoating anything either. We're telling the truth here on Unscripted Conversations. You know how we do. Once again, what's up, y'all? This is Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs, Unscripted Conversations. And I'm here because I talk about the things people don't want to say out loud. And tonight's question is very, very simple. What do you wish you knew before having kids? And listen, if you're a parent, okay, this is going to hit you a little bit. And if you're thinking about becoming one, you might want to stay to the end of this one. So let's get it in, man, like we always do. Segment 1. Nobody tells you how much you lose. Let's hit them hard, man. Let's start there. Pause. Nobody tells you how much of yourself you lose when having children. Nobody sat down and told you that. Nobody. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in a real way. Your time, gone. Your sleep, gone. Your freedom to just decide to go, gone. You can't just say, yo, I'm stepping out in a few hours. I'll be back. Nah, you can't say that. Now it's who's watching the baby while you decide that you want to go out somewhere. Who's watching the baby? Did they eat? Do I have diapers? These are the things you're thinking about, right? What time do I have to return? Woo! That some people don't realize that shifts. It shifts until it hits them, right? They don't realize that. And when that hits, man, it hits hard. Pause. Where you gonna go? I'll be back. Yeah, your ass better bring your ass back here. Oh, man. So, love you never felt, but pressure you never expected. Segment 2. Here's the flip side of it, though. This is the flip side of it. Thank you guys for coming in, man. I enjoy this every Wednesday, having fun with you guys, man. So here's the flip side, because let's be real. Let's be real. The love, there's nothing like it. Nothing in the world like your child's love and you loving your child. The first time your child looks at you, right? The first time they say your name, mommy or daddy, you realize I would do anything for this little human, anything, right? But here's what people don't talk about. This subject is so funny because I see myself in it, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I have two sons, and when I was young, and what I'm talking about tonight, it just it puts me in that. So here's what they don't talk about, right? The love comes with pressure, right? Love comes with pressure. Pressure to provide, pressure to protect, pressure to perfect, not mess them up. Okay, you can't mess those up. And sometimes you sit there thinking, what if I'm not enough? What if I'm not good enough to be a parent? And that thought right there, a lot of parents carry that quietly, because a lot of times we have children and we wonder, maybe because we didn't get ourselves together properly, and we have children maybe by, I don't want to say accident, because children is not accidents. When a child is born, he's here for a reason. God put him here for a reason. So I'm not going to say accident. But when you're not ready to have a child and you have one, right? A lot of parents carry that quietly, like, am I right for this? Can I do this? So that carries a lot on parents as well. It did for me. Segment 3, relationships will change, period. Relationships will change. So let's talk about relationships, shall we? Because this one right here seems to break people, right? Now, you think having a kid will bring you closer in a relationship. Sometimes it does. But a lot of times, it exposes everything, right? So the lack of communication, different parenting styles. Don't forget the stress, money, and time, all those things too. You go from, we got each other, babe, to who's doing more? Why am I always tired? Why don't you, why don't we connect like we connected before? And if you're not solid, that pressure cracks up everything. It's like a earthquake. Segment 4. You will, and I say you will, question yourself. Let me explain. Because here's one of the subject: nobody admits enough, right? This is part of the part that they don't admit, right? You will question yourself, no question. Am I a good parent? Am I doing this right? Especially if you're a new parent. I'm not saying for the ones that already had a kid already and they, the kid is 5, 6, 7 years old and now you're having a new one. A lot of new parents. Like I said, am I good enough? Am I doing the right things? You start doing stuff and you're like, oh, did I mess that up? I better call moms or dad to find out what I should do next. And sometimes you'll compare yourself to other parents, which you shouldn't do. You should never do that. You're your own parent. You're your own person. Raise and take care of that child the way you want to do. Don't go looking at stuff or scrolling. Social media don't help either, right? At all. It's like everybody looks perfect online, and especially with this AI. They probably not even real people you looking at, right? Everybody looks good online. But behind closed doors, everybody's also figuring it out, just like you, right? There's no perfect parents. There's no perfect parents. And I can tell you that. Just real ones trying. No perfect parents, just real ones trying, man. Segment 5. Kids change your purpose. Whatever purpose you got, kids will change them. Okay? But let me say this. Kids will change your purpose, right? So you start moving different, right? You start thinking long term. You start asking, what am I building for them? For my kids. And right there, some people get confused. Right there. Some level up, right? Because now it's bigger than you. It's bigger than y'all. It's bigger than the both of you. And that's power. Very powerful. Full of power. So remember, just be your own parent. Do what you need to do. Don't follow nobody, Get advice, from the right people. Get advice from your parents, your mother, your father, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to give you anything to steer you in the wrong direction. Right now, my son has my 2 grandkids. I still give them advice. Sometimes, Pop, I don't know what to. I try to give the best advice I can. My daughter, my granddaughters. I try to give my daughter the best advice I can. Sometimes they steer in a different direction and they don't listen to what you say. But once again, that's them taking care of the kids the way they want to take care of them. That's their children. If they decide to do something you don't want them to do, don't get upset. unless it's harming them, obviously. But don't get upset. Let them do what they need to do to be a parent. Okay? So my final thoughts for tonight. My final thoughts. So what do you wish people really understood before having kids? You know, what do you wish people really understood before having kids? Drop it in the comments. Y'all know what to do. Because it's not just love, right? Because we know we're going to love our children. It's responsibility. It's that sacrifice, right? That sacrifice is so hard for a lot of new parents, even older parents too, to sacrifice, because you have to change up your way of life in order to take care of the children. Oh, I want to go to college. I want to go to law school. I want to go to whatever. And wrong answer. That's going to change until you get, they get of age where they can do whatever they want to, whatever. But in the beginning, you got to cut that out. You got to take care of them first. That's that sacrifice. Unless you have a nanny and all that stuff and your pockets is huge, then you could do that. So also it's growth. You have to grow with your child. You're going to have to grow with your child. It will be a stretch. It will be a stretch for you. Okay. It will be a stretch for you, mentally, emotionally. Like I said, if you don't have the deep pockets financially. But it will also change you in ways nothing else can. So if you're thinking about it, don't just think about the movement, right? Think about the journey. Think about the journey. Now tonight, if you're a parent, drop it in the comments. I'm a parent. I feel what you feel, Red Specs. I've been there. Or Red Specs, I'm getting ready to go there. Or Red Specs, I just got there. Let me know in the comments. What do you wish you knew before having these kids? Let's help somebody out tonight, because there's somebody out there tonight that want answers. They don't know where to turn, so they might look in the comments and they might see something and say, you know what? Food for thought. Unscripted Conversation, they talk that real-ish. And I was looking in the comments and it gave me some ideas. I was looking in the comments and it made me look in a different light, have things in a different light. Right? So please like, comment, share, and y'all know what to do up here. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next one, Unscripted Conversations. Thank you.